Buddy the dog, are you ready for what we're about to get into? I'm not really. And of course, now that I came outside, it's starting to rain, so that's about right. Should we check our rain gauge real quick before we start? I haven't checked it since Thursday, and it is now, what day is it? Tuesday? So since last Thursday, about 2.5 inches. So, sure. We planted those last bunch of beans you'll see on a video on that day. And since then, it's been raining almost all the time. So, that's fine because we have been called out, Buddy the dog. We've been called out to do the Plow Bottom challenge. And I am very interested to know exactly what I got too, because I've never counted them really. I just know I got a lot of stuff crammed in different places. So we are going to get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. And that Oliver guy has challenged me to the Plow Bottom challenge. How many plow bottoms do you have in your possession? And according to the rules prescribed by Mike Jensen, you are allowed to count, you know, parts bottoms or individual bottoms. It doesn't have to be a whole plow. It's going to start raining now, so I'm going to probably have to take a break from filming and bring you back in a second, but we'll start with this. You maybe haven't seen this yet because I just bought it on an auction. I don't know when this video will come out compared to that one. But this is a mounted plow that fits an Alice Chalmers C, just like what I got down there. And I found it on auction, and it didn't bring almost it. I think I gave 10 bucks for it. So one we're gonna start with, and we're gonna save the places that I know there are plows for last, and I'm gonna try to sort through where I've got things so I don't forget. I don't know how I'm gonna keep this tally going because this is the perfect type of opportunity for me to confuse myself. Anything that involves math and then looking at shiny objects. So, sure. Now I'm not going to break my neck climbing over stuff to get to things. I pretty well know where everything is, but there might be a few that are tucked back away and I'm not going to even count them because I'm not going to climb for them. But over here should be a bottom for an Oliver wooden beamed horse plow somebody gave me, and I was gonna fix that up and make it something that I haven't ever got that far yet. So that's number 2. All right, miscellaneous antique shed, garden tractors. I've been telling you I need to get them out and take them places, but there is our number 3. A little one bottom co-op plow that fits the Blackhawk tractor, which is right here in this mess. And I do know also that we're going to also have number 4 in here. One of the garden tractors, and I don't remember which one. There it is. I see it all the way up in front. Has a one bottom. That David Bradley has a one bottom plow behind it. So that is number 4. I'm pretty sure that granary has a couple walking plows in it, but we're not going to count them since I don't want to climb back there and be sure. But I do remember putting some back in there, I think. See, the deal is, Granddaddy and I like to go to auctions a lot. And he liked horse tools, so we would buy a lot of that stuff. I would buy it if he wasn't there, and he would buy it if I wasn't there. And we built our collection of stuff. Now, back in this area, there should be a 2-bottom co-op plow. It's all the way in that corner, and I can see the tail wheel of it back there. It's under that piece of metal. I can't really get a great view of it, but that would be 2 more. So what are we up to? 6. And then back here we have a 2-bottom Plowmaster, so that would be 7, 8. The nice thing about it growing up or raining every day is that the grass grows as fast as you cut it. I just mowed this the other day and it's already grown up again, so that's great. So what were we up to? 8. So here is 2 more bottoms. That would take us up to 10, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 3240 plow. The difference in those, the 3240 and 3241, the only thing I found is this right here. 3240 was one piece curve forward. 3241, that was bolted on 90 degrees. But whatever. Come on, Buddy the dog, we have to find some stuff. I don't remember how much stuff I got. 10, we said. Here is a 6-bottom 4441 plow. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute now. We were up to 10. This is a 6-bottom plow. That'd be 16, right? See, math. I should just wait till editing and just say how many bottoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that takes us up to 16. And I guess, I don't know. I've made some plow videos and never got back to that. The difference between a 4440 and a 4441 is the front frame here is connected. If you look at Chris Lozzi's 4440 plow, this doesn't come all the way over to here. I don't know why they did that, but they did. This is not exactly kosher for a 6-bottom, and I wanted to make it that way, and I have some extra beams and stuff to try to put it with the way I think it should be. But I have seen literature that had it set up this way, so maybe they did it this way first and then figured out if you went to 6 you should have another beam and that all moves. I don't know, we'll tackle that some other day. We're up to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's a 5-bottom plow. So that's a 5540 because of the power traction hitch plow being numbered the way that it was. They had to make this one a 5540 instead of a 5440. So yeah, 21, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 on a 565 4-bottom plow. And then that is a 6-bottom 565. So that would take us up to, that should be 31 with that. 6-bottom 565. 31, 31, don't forget. 32, 33, 34, 365 plow, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 with that 565 up there, 38, 38. This is a 5-bottom 565 and then a 5-bottom 508. So that's 10 more. So 38. So now we're up to 48. Is that right? 48 bottoms. Are there any more out here? See, this rain is unbelievable. It is, usually I keep this mowed pretty good, but it's impossible. Like it is, it's a lot. 48. And I'm not gonna have it, my prediction is I'm not gonna have anywhere near what he has, but I don't know. I have never counted. Now, behind that wall, in the very back corner of that building, there are 3 plows. So that would be 49, 50, 51. There are 2 John Deere walking plows. One of them was my great-grandpa's, one of them I bought at an auction. And then there's a Vulcan wooden beam walking plow. So that would be 3 more, that's 51. Actually, there's probably like a dozen of them back there, different Oliver plows and stuff. But I'm not gonna crawl back there and verify, so we're just gonna go with the 3. Here's my little wagon we fixed up, which has become a flat surface. And we need to get this out one day and go. But 52, 53, 54, There's a right and a left hand of these. 54, 55, 56. There's two back there, 55, 56. So on this wagon. Here, plows, here, come here, boys. Where are you? We're up to 56. Boy, this hurts me not being able to mow because it's so wet. This is terrible. In here somewhere, being taken over by these weeds, is a 2-bottom Plowmaster that was basically is a parts plow. 57. So that'd be 58. Get a visual confirmation on it. There is part of it. So it's in there, grown up in the jungle. Oh, and a tree. That was going to be another decoration at some point. 59, 60. That's my great-grandpa's Ferguson plow. Came with my little Ford. 61, 134 plow behind the steel wheel 60, which is also now grown up in the weeds. 134 plow, different than the Plowmasters. All right, 62, 63, 64, 65. That's a John Deere plow that came with that 2020. That's like an F165 plow or something like that, I don't know. But that takes us up to 65. One day I'll hook that up too and play with it. I was a dummy. I could just be using my phone calculator and keep tally so I can look down and remember where we are. So I'll try that. But we need to walk out here to the Rusty Acres Row of Sadness, because I think I put one out here, which isn't a bad plow. It's got a broken moldboard, but I just needed a place to put it out of the way. It's way, way over there. Oh, the Sadness Row. That's a Super 88, a Cleatrack General, a Cockshut 40, a 70. The tree falling on that stuff didn't help it any, but what's a guy gonna do? All right, here's 3 more bottoms. So that takes us up to 68. This is a Cockshut 3-bottom plow. It's missing one coulter and it's got a moldboard that's broke on the tip. Whenever I get that 550, which you haven't ever seen from over at Dad's, whenever I get it put back together, then this will be the prime candidate for that tractor, because that's exactly what it needs. If I remember right, this hitch is super garbage. It's rusted up where it wouldn't move, but I have since gotten pieces of hitches from different viewers, so we might be able to make that go again. It's also got my scrapers laying on it for a 252 disc, but whatever, you understand. Bovines, they're looking at me because they think I'm gonna feed them if I'm out here. This is a lot of exercise for this video. I don't know about this. Here we have a 2-bottom John Deere plow on steel. Grandpa wanted this for some reason, so I bought it at an auction. Excuse me, I'm working. Yeah, enough. So I don't know why he wanted this so bad, but he was convinced that this really was what belonged more in the 2-cylinder era. And I don't know. We have the plow that came with our 2-cylinder tractor, so I don't know. But that takes us up to 70. There's an IH 2-bottom plow on steel. 72. I don't remember where we bought that. We bought it at an auction. I remember getting it home. You can't back it up a lick because that crazy tail wheel will fold under. Here's our John Deere 2-cylinder plow, which needs to go. It needs to be worked on too, fixed up like the tractor now. Grandpa started to do it. He had taken the hitch apart and started messing with it, but I don't know. He just never got all the way through, but I need to finish that. it needs a total disassembly is what it needs, because it's been, I'm sure, rode hard in its life. But that takes us up to 74. Oh, here's another one. So now we're up to 75. This is that John Deere H plow that I bought at an auction a while back. Now I just need to find an H to put it on. Here's a 546 plow, 4 bottom. That takes us up to 79. 546. There's a donkey. I want to count that as something. Oh, I'm gonna fall way short of what he had. He had a 160 some. I'm up to 79. There is a 4340 4 bottom pull type. That takes us up to 83. There is a 4340 3 bottom pull type. Takes us up to 86. There is a 5440 power traction hitch plow. We've used it one time. That takes us up to 89. There is a 3241 3 bottom. That takes us up to 92. There's a 241 2 bottom. That takes us to 94. That there takes us up to 96, that little 2 bottom there. And it is actually the remnants of a 109 plow that somebody's converted to 3-point. It really would be nice to find the rest of stuff and make a 109 plow, because those are kind of unusual. They got that Ripley land wheel, you know, or the lift wheel. There's that takes us up to 98 with this one. This 216, I think it is, heavy duty frame plow on steel. There's a TNT plow. How are we counting TNT plows? Are we counting them as 2 bottom, or are we counting them as 4 bottom? Because they have 2 smaller bottoms behind. I'll be generous and count them as 2 bottoms, which takes me to 100. And then this is a 4240 2 bottom. That takes us to 102. This one's a little, this is like, what did we decide? This one's early. It's still got some strange features on it for a 4240. It's like it's got this old style hitch like this, adjuster, and there's several things on it that are different. It's obviously been, you know, farmerized a little bit, but there's different things about it, we decided. And then we have this here that we just got not too far ago or long ago, and I just needed it off the trailer. 344 plow. That takes us up to 105, and I'm thinking that's about it. I don't think I have any more other than maybe some horse plows tucked away. I got this thing right here. We can do the jackass challenge. I've got you beat already out of the gate, that Oliver guy. But as far as plows go, I'm going to say that 105 is my official answer, although there's a few more tucked away, I'm sure, that I don't feel like breaking my neck to get out and see. So yeah. All right, well, halfway through we had a math meltdown, and then I got off by 1, and then I realized, you know, well, then what I'm trying to say is then it started pouring rain, and so now I don't know how much rain we just got, but it was quite a bit in that short time. And I realized when I went in the house and started editing, I realized I got off by 1. So I just made the footage work with the count that I had and deleted some stuff that was in the middle. And then I realized, you know, parts and pieces. The other guys had some of that. So I didn't really want to go there, but I think we were at 105. So there's the add a bottom for a 546. So that is 106. And then there is actually in this pile, although totally disassembled, there should be a 3 bottom. It's actually, I think all that's left is 2 bottoms. There's 1 and there's 2 off of a 4340 that I parted out because I needed some stuff, and then somebody else, I sold some stuff to them. And I need to look here because the little neighbor boy needed a clamp whilst I'm here. So there's what he needs. So I need to just undo that. So what's that make? That's 3 more. 105, so 106, 7, 108. And I got 1 more to show you in just a second. All right, in this crate of parts, there is enough stuff to put together a horse walking plow, minus the beam and the handles. And it's all new old stock, so I was going to do that and make it a decoration inside, you know. And I've just never had time to do that yet. So that would be my final one. So that would take me up to 109, is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So we're going to call that the last one, and it's probably the best one. I mean, how many other new old stock horse plows do you know of? So, all right, so the official answer, I think, is 109 of what I'm going to say that I got. I'm sure there's more horse plows, to be honest with you, tucked away in the building, because I stacked them up like cordwood practically there for a while. If we've went to an auction and they didn't bring anything, we'd buy it. So I know I have more Oliver wooden beam plows back in there, and I think there's a few more steel beam ones back there. So I don't know, but I'm not going to go breaking my neck to dig. We'll just say it's 109, you know, plus possibly a few more. And I'm always buying things, so I'm sure the count will go up this year yet. So now I guess the important thing is the calling out of people to challenge with the plow challenge. So I'm going to challenge several people. I decided, let's challenge the Trinity Dairy channel. I think he still plows, and I know he's got some stuff. They're kind of like me. I don't think they get rid of anything, so I'm sure that out in their woods and different things, they probably have some plows. So we're going to say Trinity Dairy, and then I'm also going to challenge Dirk from Mama Bear's Homestead and More. He's drug in more plows this last year, so I don't know how many bottoms he has. Plow bottoms is what we're counting, folks, not beams, bottoms. And then let's challenge my cousin, the Oliver 770 farm boy. We'll see how many plow bottoms he has on his place. I've seen a lot of his stuff, but I know there's some stuff out in the weeds I haven't really went and looked at, so we'll see what he comes up with. And then I will also, fourthly, or however you want to say it, I will challenge again Mike Kelsom, because he needs a fire lit under him to get a video made, but I'm sure that he has quite a respectable number of plow bottoms because he's got a bunch. So we will see what he has all got. So I'm going to leave this video here, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.